There we go. There it is. That's the number.
I always have to like mental math. Yeah, no. I have 7 gold. I have like a couple silver and a bronze or something. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's my biggest flex. Like, that's the only thing I really brag about.
There's lots to brag about, Mursh. I love you. You're amazing.
Like, yeah.
And then after S rank.
After S rank, let's see, my brain, my 26-year-old smooth brain. After S rank, my brain's not working anymore.
Okay, that's okay.
No. Okay, so how long was I on S rank? S rank, it was like S rank and then COVID. And then COVID just like everything. So
literally everything.
After that, it was like I wasn't on any teams for a minute, and then I was on Supreme Society.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I think that was it. But it's been like I've been doing more like teaching, and so.
And how's that journey?
It's fun.
Do you like it?
It's funny because like I never wanted to. Like I always wanted. I feel like when I was growing up, I didn't know what I wanted actually.
Yeah.
But I knew like okay, I wanna choreograph, but I don't want to teach.
Okay.
Like that was my mentality at like 15. I was like,
Okay.
I love choreographing, don't want to teach. Like I'm not a great teacher. And then like Melvin and Greg would like push me to teach. They'd be like, no, they gotta teach this class, and I'd be like, okay. And then I would do it, and I'd be like, okay, that wasn't bad. Like, and so I just kind of got used to it. My mom is a teacher, and like I grew up with like her side of the family being teachers. Okay. So, like school teachers, obviously. My mom also danced though. So.
Wait, what? I did not know that.
Yeah.
What do you mean? like hip hop or like ballet?
No. My mom grew up same thing, like tap, jazz, ballet.
Oh my gosh.
She loved tap. Like that was her thing. Like she would teach tap classes when she was pregnant with me.
Oh my gosh, I did not know this. Okay, so it runs in the family. Talent runs in the family. Teaching runs in the family.
Yeah, teaching runs in the family. But I was just like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, and then I was like, dang it, this is kind of fun. Like I never grew up around like really young children.
Yeah, because you don't have any siblings, right?
I have, my youngest sibling is only 2 years younger than me. Gotcha. So it was like, there was nobody younger than that around me. Like, I had a few cousins younger than me, but they weren't, like, super younger.
Okay, gotcha.
So, but, yeah. So I always was like, I'm not really good with kids. Like, I don't know how to talk to kids. Like, I would always joke with my mom and be like, what do you talk to them about? Like, hey, like, how are your taxes going? Like didn't know how to talk to children. And so like my mom, like anytime I would help her classroom or like I would work with kids at the studio, like it would just force me into working with kids. And then you just get used to it. Like, I like I still have that like kind of attitude towards kids. Like, hey, what's up? Like, like
what's going on?
And it works. Like, you don't have to be like, oh my God. Like, you don't have to do that with kids. Like, you don't have to. And so, yeah, I just like, okay, they're not that bad. It reminds me of like Monsters, Inc., where they're all like scared of the children. They, like, don't know how to talk to them. And then you just like learn how to like be around them and like teach them. And
you're like, oh, this is kind of fun.
Yeah. I'm like talking about children as if they're like aliens. No, I love my students and I love working with them. And it's been like, I feel like they've taught me more than I've taught them.
That's
like,
what I feel too. I go in and sometimes they'll say things or they'll do things and I'm like, oh my gosh, like the way you think about life is like so amazing and pure and so like, oh my gosh, I love my children so much. Yeah.
No, I look up to you whenever because whenever you talk about teaching, like you are so good with kids. And so I was always like, Joelle's so good with kids. Like, how does she do that? And so I have to like force myself to be like a good teacher. No. And so like whenever you would talk about your students, I'd be like, okay, yeah, like it's just hard to connect sometimes, like with kids 100%. Whenever you like don't know what to talk about it or like what you're doing. But like I've been teaching, I think at least like for my students, I think I've been there almost 5 years now. So,
awesome.
yeah.
That's incredible. That's a big deal.
So yeah, you get used to
it. Thank you for saying that. That does really mean a lot to me. Like that means a lot to me.
I think you're like a natural with kids. That's why I'm like, what the heck? How do
Thank
you do
you.
that?
I've always loved kids. I've always wanted lots of kids. I grew up with lots of siblings. I have 5 siblings.
And you're the oldest, right?
I have one older brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
but
you're up there.
Yes, I'm the oldest girl, and yeah, I mean, and too with like the studio, I would always assist all my teachers, like Mr. Eddie and all them, and they taught the younger kids. So like I felt like they taught me how to teach, by like assisting and just like being in the room with them on like a weekly basis, watching them teach helped me learn. Nice. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know why, because like a lot of like my mom like does not like being around kids unless it's like our family kids. That's bad to say. No. Yeah, but like my mom doesn't like children, and like so when I'm like around the kids all the time, she's like you're just like happy with that. I was like, yes, they're so cute. What do you mean? She's like, ew, they smell like chicken. Like what? I'm like,
oh no, yeah. My mom is a second grade teacher, so she's used to it. Yeah,
same thing.
And so like we work with the same age too. Like I have a lot of kids who are in second grade, and I really like that age group too. Like
they're so funny. They say the most out of pocket stuff sometimes.
There's been so many times where I'll like, I won't even try to look at them, but I'll just like look, and they're doing something weird. They'll be like, and I'm like, how come when I look at you, I like at that exact moment I look at you, you're doing something weird, and so I'll just stare at them. I'll be like. And they just laugh. Like, they think it's the funniest thing. Like, I don't even have to talk. Like, I just make a face at them, and they just start laughing, and so it's fun.
I have 2 little boys, Talon and Matthew, and they always twerk in my class. And I'm like, boys! And they're like, I'm like, stop doing that.
You do everything to teach them, like, hey, like, be appropriate. Yes. And then you turn the corner, and they're like,
yes, it's so funny. But it makes you laugh. It brings you back to, like, okay, this is fun. This is dance class.
Where did you learn that, though? You're like, not from me. You didn't get that from me.
I know. Talon was like, I taught my grandma how to twerk. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's your grandma. That's Why are you teaching? Oh, my gosh. You're like, okay.
Awesome. Next conversation.
Stuff like that, yeah.
Yes. And you're teaching at TDC right now?
Yeah. It's making the dance company.
Awesome.
Cool. Yeah. No, I like it. It's fun. Yeah, I think I said almost 5 years, but I think I lied. I think I've been there. Since,
I lied.
I've been there since like end of 2020. Okay. So what year is it?
Yeah, 2024. Coming up on 5.
Okay. Yeah, 4 years. Yeah. I don't know how to do math. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I've been wanting to ask you too.
Yes.
You started dancing and working for Red Bull.
Oh yeah.
How's that going?
Yeah. Okay. I started working for Red Bull. I've been working with their dancer relations team.
Awesome.
And so I started in August last year. We did BC1, which is like their breaking battles.
Yes.
And so I got to watch and it was the finals too.
Oh, wow.
So my first event working was their BC1 finals. Goodness. And so they were like, yeah, this is like a big one. And I was like, okay, like didn't know what I was getting into. Like they had workshops, they had like I want to say 2 or 3 different battles like throughout that weekend. It was in Philly, so it was on the East Coast, yeah. But yeah, I had to know like almost 100 people, like host, DJ, like
wow.
Like at least like recognize like okay, if I need them, like
who do I go to? You're so amazing for that because I'm good with faces. Like I could see, be like, oh, we've definitely met before, but names are really bad. I'm so bad with names.
Yeah, it gets, when it's a lot like that, especially because it was my first one, I was like, what am I doing? Like, but it's like, I grew up like, or not grew up, but like I have worked with Legacy Entertainment, and so I understood like how, like it's just hospitality basically.
100%.
Your dancer relations plus like being a dancer helps you so much because you're like, okay, what would I want? Like
exactly.
Yeah, you're like I obviously see this person just taught a workshop and like they're dying. Like let me go get them water. Like easy stuff like that. But then it was a pretty big event and I like didn't know to expect because I'd never been to any Red Bull event.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was super cool. That was my first one, and then I just did 2 different dancer style stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say you were on a plane recently.
You were on a plane recently. Where did you go? No, yeah, I did. We help with BC1, and then we help with dancer style, and then a couple of my like teammates, I guess you want to say, they did a couple Lords of the Floor, and so it's like
nice.
Yeah, and so I did dancer style. I helped in Tampa, and I helped in Baltimore recently.
Awesome. That's where you were.
Yeah, I was in Baltimore. Hey, what's up? But yeah, and then they just had. I wasn't there because it was yesterday, but they just had their Atlanta finals for or for dancer style yesterday. So.
I'm pretty sure Jerome was there.
Jerome.
Kananan.
Oh, Janoy.
Yeah, Janoy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, dancer. Janoy.
Like, so used to dancer names. Yeah. But yeah, I think he got second. I think he got top 2. I want to say.
I haven't looked at his Instagram today, but potentially.
Yeah, I think he got top 2. He's pretty dope.
He's amazing.
No, yeah, I was stalking you. No, I'm just kidding. I was just trying to look at your podcast to be like, okay, like what I want to prep myself mentally. Like, what is she gonna ask me? No, and I saw like you had some stuff with him. I was like, that's cool. Like, I haven't met him, but just like based on what my team has said like about him, like, it's pretty cool. And what was I gonna say?
We were talking about Atlanta, Georgia, and then we started talking about Janoy, and then dancer names. Sidetrack.
I know. We did one of those. I forgot what I was gonna say.
That's okay.
But yeah, how do you know Janoy?
Janoy and I, we met at Show Out actually.
Oh, okay.
Like nice. 3 years ago, when Simone first started it, and shout out Simone. I love you.
I know. Okay, anyway.
But I was like a runner or like an ambassador, you can say, for the comp. Yeah. So I was like telling everybody where to go, helping her do what we do. And met him then. We became friends, and then when I was in Vegas, I've seen him at multiple dance events, but like we've never like, hey, how's it? You know what I mean? But I saw him in Vegas last nationals, and I actually performed for like with Kai Smith. I did a piece with him for Carnival, yeah. And he saw me dance, and he came up to me afterwards. He's like, "Oh my gosh, like." You dance. You're Filipino. Yeah. And we started talking, and he asked me to go to the Philippines with him to teach. Nice. And so we did that. We were in Manila, in Palawan, and it was the most incredible experience in the whole wide world. Yeah. I literally was a life-changing trip for sure. Like being able to be there and in a different environment and teach, and like seeing their passion, and like when I would talk to them or ask them like, oh, like what are your goals with dance? Like all of them were like, I just want to go to America. And I was like, oh my gosh, like literally like
sometimes I'm like, are you sure? Yeah. Are you sure you want it? No, I'm just kidding. No, that's really cool.
But it was definitely an experience like I'll always remember. Yeah, love him. He's amazing. Sweet. That trip was amazing. Yeah. I felt like I learned a lot. But yeah, he's a good dancer.
Yeah, never met him, but probably meet him. So if I'm doing more dancer style, more Red Bull stuff.
Who would you say your biggest inspirations are, like with dance? Sorry, I know that's such a loaded question.
Well, you said with dance. I was going to be like my mom, but then you said with dance.
Okay, yeah, no, we can do it live too. My mom keeps me going. My mom's. Oh my gosh, it has been so amazing to have you on. Pick your brain. Thank you for dancing on the couch with you. Yeah. I love you, and you're amazing. You guys, you need to go watch Mursh. Look her up. Find her on Instagram. Follow her on everything.
I have like TikTok. I just don't really. I need to post.
You need to post your freestyle videos. I need to be more
skibbity or whatever your
we need to be more skibbity.
Whatever your kids say. I don't know what that means, but more preppy.
Preppy's so funny too.
If that's a good thing, I guess.
But no, seriously, thank you. I love you. Yeah, you're amazing, and I appreciate you, and I can't wait to dance with you soon.
Yeah.
We will see you next time, guys. Bye.
Peace.
Crazy.